In order for you to enlighten yourself, you must spread light within yourself. This is the Think Successfully Room. It's excellent.
Man, welcome back to another episode of the Think Successfully Room. This is a platform where we focus on building mindsets, we building character, bringing value to both you and your people, and aligning your body with your intelligence. I am your host, QB So Effing Amazing, man, and this is my guy, Blaqamore. And together, man, we do our best to bring healing to your environment, to your household, man. How you feeling, brother?
I'm all right, man. How about you?
Man, I can't complain, man. You know, you as we just said, man, life been lifing, man. But we gotta keep the show going.
Gotta keep it going, man.
Man, so the recent the article that I sent to you recently was about brain rot, which is a slang that's being, and this term actually won a award if I'm not mistaken. So just to give the audience an idea of what brain rot is, right, is a internet slang term that has a lot to do with the deterioration of a person's mental and intellectual state, right? And we experience this from short form content, right, which is dominating the internet right now. You know, that's TikTok. We have Instagram Reels. We have YouTube Shorts. All of these things take up a lot of our time throughout the day, right? So my first question to you is, bro, is how often do you get caught up in consuming short form content, even when you try to put your cellular device down?
Oh, he's gonna start off putting me on the spot, huh? Man, it's more often than I would like to admit.
Yeah.
Especially when you're winding down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you find everything's finally peaceful. Kids is finally to bed, and it's crazy because I'll go on something with the intention to be productive, like, oh, I gotta follow up with that prospect I was talking to, or I gotta return this man, and then I see some stupid ass video, they're like, oh shit, man, my girl gotta see this, let me send it to her, then they'll see some other. Next thing you know,
the algorithm got you.
For.
Facts, that algorithm got you, man. And speaking, so since I put you on the spot, I'm gonna put myself on the spot, just to start off the episode, man. So like you said, I had to start putting my phone in an entirely different spot in the house in order to avoid not touching it, because like you said, I go on there with the intentions of doing something productive. It's probably something that I saved that was educational, that I felt like, okay, let me go back and watch that. They was dropping some gems in this video. And, when you click on a reel, other reels follow it, so, and then they just throw reels at you to see what catch and what doesn't, you know what I'm saying? So I can be watching something educational, right? And then I scroll and the next reel be some goofy ass shit that had nothing to do with what I just got done watching, but it was enough to make me chuckle a little bit.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm here with it, you know what I'm saying? And going back to what they were saying with the article, right? Even though they claim this is not a lot of research to really back up what's being said, but it's enough to give them an idea, like, okay, this is what's happening to us mentally. And speaking from experience, no, this is exactly what's happening, because when you get caught up in these short form videos, right, you completely lose your productivity. You completely lose your momentum. You can have a good morning, right? You done got up, you done worked out, meditate, do whatever your morning ritual is, right, to get your day going, right? So your momentum is going. Soon as you pick up that phone, it completely kills it, right? This can be early in the morning, it could be in the afternoon, whatever time of the day. You been doing good all day, but soon as you pick up that phone to get the scrolling shorts on on the internet, it completely kills the momentum. So this is a problem that that a lot of us are having, and I think it's causing us to, I don't know if it's out of boredom, but it's causing us to pretty much allow time to get away from us, right? And
I look at it like a drug. I think it's just another form of escapism.
Yeah, that too. It's definitely another form to escape. On top of, man, what the hell I was finna say? I just had my thought. It's another form for us to escape, but also that's what I was finna say. So they had made a list of, how it plays a part of depression, anxiety, what is loneliness, simply because, as we mentioned before, when you on here watching shorts and shit, this is just highlights of people's lives. You know what I'm saying? So when you view highlights of people's lives and you see, they are, traveling, or they doing this, doing that, that makes you feel like you're not doing enough as a person, and you become depressed because of it. You know what I'm saying? So my advice to the audience that watches this content is, you can't allow what you view on those shorts to dictate your progress in life, right? So this should tell you, in order to fight depression, in order to fight that loneliness that you be feeling, like you have to disconnect yourself from that addiction and focus on what you need to focus on.
And also, critical thinking, I feel like, is at an all-time low. Because if we look at what's the most consumed, you mentioned, we seeing highlights of people's lives. You seeing people, they out taking vacations, buying the jewelry, counting the money, just living happily ever after. Life is just so great.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you look on the news and you see that life is so scary and so fucked up, and this war is happening and this crime happened over here, and don't go outside, and they're abducting children and everybody getting raped. How is it so scary and so blissful at the same time? Somebody's lying. Something ain't adding up.
Yeah. Some ain't. Yeah, definitely something ain't adding. But also, we got to keep in mind too, is that, right, these are highlights. You know what I'm saying? This
Exactly.
these motherfuckers probably struggling for real, but they hop on the internet and post highlights of their lives to seek for the validation of it. You know what I'm saying? The likes and the comments and things like that, right? We can't honestly believe that everything we see on the internet, everybody. So you telling me everybody and their mama successful on the internet?
Another thing, we've seen this before. Especially we seen the rappers in the 90s. They showed us the fake houses on MTV Cribs. When Redman showed us what they was really living like back in the day.
Was fake.
Hell yeah, the majority of them, yes. Yes, I mean, if they wasn't, why are we getting all these movies and documentaries about how they was all name me one goddamn biopic where the rapper or the singer wasn't struggling and wasn't poor or wasn't getting fucked by the label.
You know what?
Every time.
Speaking of MTV Cribs, man, so they played me as a child, because at the age of 13, I was front and center for MTV Cribs. Like, man, that shit gave me motivation as a kid. But then when I seen Redman shit, I'm like, nah, I don't want to live like that. But that nigga, he was cutthroat with it. He like, man, look, this how I'm living right now. Like, you, this
they
is
all living like
man.
Sebastian Telfair today.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. It's a cover up, man. So speaking on the MTV Cribs ordeal, like it kind of correlates to the social media today. You know what I'm saying? How we bring up MTV Cribs, they renting homes or whatever they doing with these homes. They renting them for the sake of the TV show, right? But we're not seeing exactly how they living for real. We're not seeing how the money looking for real, or what house they really living in, right? So now when we come to social media in 2025 going into 2026, they just showing highlights of what's happening. That's all they show, right? But it's hard for us to really identify exactly what's happening behind those videos and those clips that they upload.
Yeah, like there's a such thing as content houses, for crying out loud. Nice big houses that niggas be buying just for content creators and come in and shoot to make it look like everything is great. Like the saying is timeless. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see.
Yeah,
They're stressing themselves out for no reason.
absolutely. Like, man,
Just as fucked up as you, if not worse.
right. It's some of us that know how to deal with that out off of social media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I can. Okay, let me tell you this. Let me say this. If they don't have a large following, you're not saying people with a large following doesn't struggle, but the only ones that probably are successful, arguably, is the ones with a large following. I say
them neither.
Yeah, huh?
I said I don't believe them neither. But go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know what? I don't even know what to respond, because you might be right, bro. You know what I'm saying? You might be right, unless it's a person that we know for a fact is established where they at.
Yeah, like some you just know they've been around
like a Jay-Z. We know Jay-Z is established. So
and like Jay-Z says, only so long fake thugs can pretend. Like there's an expiration date typically.
So the ones that get me though is the credit gurus. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck you want to call them. Like, nigga, like, do you really own this shit that you showing on social media? Or, you know what I'm saying, or is all this shit rented? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is you doing? Like, I don't know. I feel like to an extent this should be for the social content, but like, how you really living outside of that? You know what I'm saying?
They the new rappers. Like the money influencers, they the new rappers. There's some of them legit. Majority ain't. There's gonna be a lot aspiring. We just gotta take things with a grain of salt. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. Oh God, yeah, that's a fact, man. So definitely, man, we just got to start ignoring that, man. So my next question is, bro, is this has to do with the scrolling loop. You know what I'm saying? What do you feel? And I'm sure we done covered this without realizing. What do you think it is about these platforms that makes it hard to stop scrolling?
It kind of goes back to what I said about marketing before, what I said about how McDonald's test their food before. I think people really underestimate how much these entities study the brain. Like, when you study the brain to a level where you know how something is going to respond, like, basically against his own will at many times, right? It's similar to the overweight person who want to lose weight, but they can't put down a donut. They know what they need to do, but they know the psychology to make it where it's very difficult to do. It's the same thing with scrolling on the phone. Yeah. And the thing is, I mean, this is somewhat of a conspiracy, but I remember TikTok used to be good. Like, there's certain videos I would watch on TikTok, and it would be good at feeding me those videos that I would actually want to watch that I wouldn't necessarily feel guilty about watching, because I felt like it was fairly productive.
Yeah.
Now TikTok then learned how to get me to watch shit I would not normally watch. I don't know how they did it. Now I'm watching. I ain't never used to have no goofy shit on my algorithm. I ain't used to watch, dumb animals and whatever the hell. It's all kind of things I wouldn't normally been on there. Right. It makes me say y'all already had my attention with the stuff that I like. What made you want to infiltrate my brain against my own will with this goofy shit now all of a sudden? Just makes like, what's the end goal?
Man, bro, I got caught watching a motherfucking video of it was Michael Myers, and it was a glitch in the video. The nigga had a knife in his hand. I don't know what the fuck this nigga was doing, but it was a glitch in his hips, and that nigga was just they added like the techno music to the shit, and the nigga looked like he was dancing to the motherfucking the music and shit, and I'm just sitting here watching this. Hey, bro, I swear on my son, bro, I tried my hardest to scroll past this shit, and I'm just sitting here staring at this shit, and the nigga had it was a glitch. It was a glitch in that nigga hips, man. Hey, they synced the club music to that nigga hips, and I'm just sitting here watching this shit, and I'm like, man, TikTok out of line for this shit, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like it's something big going on, because when you zoom back of like when entities, I say, started taking advantage of mass psychology, like how like what we believe about breakfast today, that came from propaganda. Women didn't used to think it was cool to smoke cigarettes. That was propaganda. Eric Benet made that happen.
Yeah.
So then we fast forward some. I think we talked about McDonald's before and how they use the technology to measure the dopamine response in your brain when you take a bite. They don't ask you on a scale of 1 to 10 how good does it taste. They gonna get straight to source.
Yeah.
And so it's all these mass propaganda, mass market movements to keep us docile. I mean, not to go too deep and conspiratorial, but when we see these types of things happening, when we see that they go out their way to make sure that there's fluoride in the water because they care about our teeth so much. But fluoride also is known to help you be a little bit more docile and less intelligent in the brain. And it makes sense. If you want to control a large group of people, can't have them thinking for themselves. That's not logical.
That's how Hitler did it. Like Hitler said that shit in the way he worded it was so cold. He was like, "Look, I'm able to control men." He's able to control the man because the man lacks the ability to think for himself, or some shit. Some way he worded it like that, you know. So, man, bro, do you think what we are dealing with now, as far as this loop we are stuck in, because as far as I'm concerned, it's a trap that we're gonna continue to be stuck in, even as an adult. And I'm doing fairly well with disconnecting myself from my cellular device. But even at times, it still be fucking difficult. And it amazes me how they created something that's capable of trapping you psychologically. And it's very difficult to like snap the chains and break from it, right? So what they have created now with social media, do you feel like that will affect our kids' ability to be able to become something in life?
Yeah, because in order to become something in life, at least as far as I'm aware, with all of we've seen of human history, it requires a sustained amount of intense focus on whatever your goal is. There's any goal that's really worth accomplishing that can empower you. It ain't nothing that requires, less than 30 seconds of focus. Like, you need to be focused and resilient for years through the setbacks and all of that.
Yeah.
But as we watch these little mini 30-second videos, we're training our attention two ways: to be very short and to not be intense. It takes little intensity or manual labor on your part to be like we was watching that Michael Myers video. You didn't even want to watch it. It stole your attention from
and that's what's crazy, bro. My fault for stopping your thought, but yeah, I didn't want to watch the video, but it was some. It's like I froze in time.
Put you in a trance. It stole your focus from you.
Yeah, it stole. So even though I'm telling myself like, damn, I don't want to watch this. And my finger like damn near on the screen, getting ready to scroll, but I'm froze. Yeah. And then I don't stop watching the video until the video is done. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, like 45 seconds of my time is gone.
Yeah, it hijacked your focus. And in order for us to be great, we have to hijack what's out in the matrix and impose our focus on something, and they're extracting our focus from us.
Yeah.
In 30-second increments. So we're losing the intensity and we're losing the longevity of our focus. How can we ever put our mind to empower ourselves? Meanwhile, we're coming up in a school system that was always created to make workers and never created to make free thinkers. And what they do, and if you grow up to be a free thinker, they'll label you with some type of psychological disorder, even if it's as subtle as ADHD.
I was just gonna bring that up. In my ADHD, I don't even believe in ADHD. I just believe in they just not interested in what y'all want to. What y'all talking about.
We're not interested in what you're putting in front of.
So,
listen, I had zero. I don't give a fuck about this My Antonia book y'all got me trying to read in school. I don't know this bitch. She ain't from my. I don't know her. What she got to do with me? Now, if y'all was making me read something like goddamn. What's a good book? What's a good book that we all read? Even if it's something as simple as Rich Dad Poor Dad or something, just something that we could find to connect to real life. We don't know nothing about Tale of Two Cities and Charles Dickinson.
Man, you want to know what I didn't understand, bro? Is Or you know what? I did understand it, right? Y'all wanted me to do things the way that y'all wanted me to do because y'all wanted me the way that y'all wanted me to do it because y'all wanted me to follow orders, right? To be honest with you, bro, if it wasn't for my mom, I would have dropped out of school. You know what I'm saying? Only
Me too.
because I passed. I did just enough to pass. You know what I'm saying? I went in that bitch trying to get straight A's or nothing like that, and here I am. I'm probably smarter than most of my motherfucking classmates I was in the classroom with, right? But how can you label somebody, a child, as ADHD? Oh yeah, he doesn't sit down, he doesn't listen. No, he's just not interested in
doesn't listen
to
what exactly? What is it that they're not listening to?
Exactly, but I guarantee you, like, why is it that he come home and he's intent with what what he's interested in doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I never understood, like, you got 20 kids in this classroom. How are you all, like, all of them think different? How are you trying to teach them the same way? It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm doing a problem and I come up with the problem, who cares of how I came up with it? Right? But you telling me that this problem is wrong because I didn't do the sequence that you wanted me to do.
And not to be, you know, it's gonna come off a certain way to everybody who be out there teaching. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you, I swear. However,
yeah, gotta throw that in there.
What I'll say is this. Let me know if you have a different experience. Most teachers that I know, that wasn't their first career choice. There was usually something where, like, they just got to do something. Because whatever they tried to do first, they weren't necessarily successful at it. So if you have a bunch of non-passionate teachers, I think it's fair to call most of them at least non-passionate, if nothing else. How serious can the information really be? How can we expect that teacher to really inject that passion and energy into the information so the child could see a reason to learn it to begin with? And I'm attacking this systemically. I'm not attacking individuals and other teachers out there trying to do what they're trying to do. I'm just saying systemically, like, when we look into how and why the school system was created and the type of people that it's creating, proof is in the goddamn pudding.
Yeah, facts. And the only thing I feel schools are beneficial at is if you play sports, you in the sports. Cool. But like a lot of kids in school isn't in the sports, right? So now I feel like kids now got it bad both ways, you know what I'm saying? Because now we are at the peak of technology, social media, and algorithms are getting smarter. On top of, you are in a school system that isn't meant to create bosses and CEOs. You know, they want to create employees or have you stuck at a certain level your entire life. Yeah, bro, it's a very sensitive topic, especially because we got kids to raise. You know what I'm saying? I feel like at this point, the only way our kids gonna have a chance for real is, you know, man, I'm finna have to create something of my own and teach him. You know what I'm saying?
We believe in homeschooling. We utilize school. I'm gonna be real, but I'm just gonna say that most parents don't say out loud. We use school for daycare. God damn it. We teach the kids. We teach the kids ourselves. You know, just try not to act too stupid while you up there, get some passing grades, some teachers don't bother us.
Yeah.
But in real life, we really use it for daycare. Because, I mean, what the education's gonna be outdated. By the time every year, education gets outdated faster and faster, and with AI, the shit don't stand a chance. And I had my son using ChatGPT for things before the school knew what ChatGPT was. So how is the school preparing them for life?
Right, and I don't even know, like, where you at, is they even implementing ChatGPT in their school system for real?
They starting to, but they I could tell they still don't necessarily know how to use it. They kind of starting to. But
what they gonna have to do, right? I'm not saying or maybe they don't want to, right? They gotta get to a point to where we are utilizing ChatGPT to show them how to build something of their own, because it's capable of doing that, right? Now, obviously, ChatGPT isn't going to do the work for you, but it is a tool that allows you to brainstorm and bounce off ideas about what you want to create. Maybe it's a business you want to create. Okay, cool. How can if I want to create this, how can I scale my business to be this within the next year. And ChatGPT spit out a whole business plan for the entire year. The only thing you got to do is execute.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
and also, what was I about to say? Really, well, I just wanted to say to play with the AI tools in general, because another reason why I believe the schools can't teach it is they don't nobody know how to use. Sam barely know how to use the shit himself, and he the CEO, because it's new in real time. Like anybody, whoever fuck with it the most and the most intense can get a leg up. Like it's so new to us. And ChatGPT ain't the only one, because I recently subscribed to Gemini. Gemini kind of nice too.
Gemini is nice. I actually fuck with Gemini, man.
Yeah.
Man, it's a free one too, man, called pi.ai. That's kind of like Gemini and ChatGPT, and it's completely free.
I use I got like 6 tools on my phone. I mainly use ChatGPT and Gemini. Sometimes I use Perplexity, and I'll build like an app here and there on Replit.
Okay, yeah, Perplexity is good, but yeah, man, like a lot of simple, practical things. You know what I'm saying? We got to get in the habit of. We got to create some habits, you know, to really break ourselves from this. Because, like, you know, and I'm gonna tie this back into what the conversation started as, is the brain rot, right? In order for us to take advantage of these things, right, we have to do something more useful with our time by breaking our attention from these algorithms. And as you can see, me and bro, we hold the dose, and I still have difficulties putting my goddamn phone. I mean, shit, I'm looking at Michael Myers hip hop.
Michael Myers glitch hips.
Yeah, man, that nigga hips had glitches in it, and man, sitting here popping to the music, and I couldn't even scroll past the shit, man. So it's not an easy thing, but it's something you have to force yourself to do until it's completely like. You have absolutely no problem with setting your cellular device down, right? Because the amount of time you spend scrolling on social media is the same amount of time that you can use to learn different tools to be able to build something, right? And now I feel like kids today it's going to be very difficult to break them from that, because that's what they were brought up into. It's technically, you know what I'm saying? Back then, like I say early 2000s, the 90s, technology wasn't what it is now. You know what I'm saying? So like you ain't had no choice but to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? That's what really gave your work ethic and your characters, because you really had to put in the work, right? It wasn't nothing to distract you for real. You know what I'm saying? Like video games wasn't as advanced as they is now. The internet wasn't as advanced as it is now. You didn't have no choice but to work and do something with your life. You know what I'm saying? Even
I remember I used to watch like little N1 clips, and what the speed of the internet back then. This is what we in 2025 was this 15, 20 years ago maybe. My computer used to have to take like 2 hours to load up a 17-second N1 basketball video. You niggas could never today wait 2 hours for a 17-second clip to load.
Yeah, now you got shit like AirDrop, like where that shit, you damn near can just shoot that shit straight instantly to somebody else's phone, and it's right on there within not even a couple seconds. You know what I'm saying? And man, bro, it's, you know, I got a younger brother, right? My younger brother is 2020. He finna be 11. Right, I remember when I was his age, and my grandmother, when we used to go to her house, it was nothing but kids on the block, so we outside faithfully. You know, that's what we like to do, because games was there, but games had the little 8-bit sounds and shit. The shit was, now that I think about it, the shit was kind of weak, man. You know what I'm saying? But we outside, because that's how we occupy our time. But it taught us how to be self-sufficient for real. You know what I'm saying? We talking about we 9, 10, 11 years old. If we riding a bike and our bike caught a flat, we knew how to pin that motherfucker up on bricks or turn it on his handlebars, take the tires off of it. We knew how to strip the inner tube out. We knew exactly how to find the hole in the inner tube. and we knew exactly what patches we needed to patch it up. So now I'm going to my grandmother, like, hey, Granny, can you take me to the store so I can buy some patches to patch my inner tube up? She'd run me to the store. At the age of 10, I'm running in the store, know exactly what patches to get. I come back, patch my bike back up, put my tire back on, and next thing I know, I'm back rolling within a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? Kids today, you know what I'm saying, just looking at my younger brother, they don't know how to do that at their age no more, man, because of how to troubleshoot because of what social media has become. You know, all they want to do is sit in the house and play the video game, and they got a whole nother screen playing YouTube shorts over here. And you know what I'm saying? So now they catching the video game from one direction and YouTube shorts from another direction, and nothing is educational about it.
Mm-hmm. Losing all our social skills. Like, even how we used to play video games back in the day, it would be like 4 of us in front of the TV, pass the controller. We get some type of social interaction, build up some social skills or something. Now everybody play by themselves with the headphones on. You can talk crazy because you never see the person for real.
Yeah, that shit was those times was actually lit, man. I ain't gonna lie. When we had the console, you got the 4 ports, and goddamn it, and we got it's 4 different screens on one screen, and we sitting here. So nigga, if you got something to say, nigga, we fighting right here, man.
Right here, now, we gonna handle it right here, right now.
Yeah, we finna get that handled right now. But now. He way across the country. You ain't finna see him. I could talk how I want to talk. But yeah, no, that did give us some type of social skills, man, and it gave us the opportunity to be around our cousins, our homies, man, and just enjoy each other time, man. So yeah, bro, like I guess my conclusion on this topic is, even though they don't have enough research to really back up what's being said, but arguably what they are talking about as far as the deterioration of our brains, you know what I'm saying, of you know, I see it, I feel it, you know what I'm saying, as far as like my motivation and just my productivity, all that shit is gone the moment I get to scrolling, you know, and I feel it. You know what I'm saying? The brain fog. And the brain fog is coming because you're feeding your mind with things that has no educational purpose. You know what I'm saying? It's all pointless content. You know what I'm saying? So
and sometimes even when it is educational, when it's too much, it's like eating food. Like, you can eat healthy food, but after a while you have to stop eating and digest and shit the shit out instead of just consume. Like, a lot of people be having paralysis by analysis because it's so much information. They just read what they want to do their whole life. Next thing you know, they died of old age and never took a step. So
that's my fault for cutting you off, bro. No, that's true. I definitely agree, man. I definitely agree. You know what I'm saying? So, and the reason why that is like, even though it is a lot of information on the internet, if it's feeding you a video about this one topic, right, the next video may be something educational, but it's something on something completely different. So you didn't even have time to digest what you just previously watched. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. So now it's a lot of different things going to your head, and you don't know exactly what to start because it was so much information coming at you at one time. So no, that is true.
Yeah. And also I do want to say this too, because they always coming at you with different angles. I know we was just pretty much promoting using AI and ChatGPT, but even with that, we got to be careful as we move forward, because I'm sure it's happening already, but when we start putting too much faith in and too much stock in it, and they start giving you little suggestions over time, or even making it think for you. Like, they already got studies showing how that's making people dumber. Like, like you said earlier, it's supposed to be like a thinking partner to bounce ideas from. Don't let it think for you. That's the worst thing you can do.
And I think that's what people, even now, like, I don't know if you've seen, or I'm not sure if you got a Facebook, but out here it became a thing where, you know, all of a sudden people using ChatGPT for this and they using it for that, but the way that they're using it is like, okay, y'all using AI in the incorrect way. Y'all are using AI for AI to completely do the thinking for you. and not using it as a tool, not using it as a partner. You know what I'm saying? Because you are killing your ability to think for yourself because you are dependent on this, right? When we all know that AI can make mistakes, right? So whatever it is telling you,
All the
it's not
time.
going to be it's not going to be 100% accurate, right? But of course, most people are lazy. Y'all don't want to fact check what AI is saying. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just taking what it's saying and running with it.
Yep. And also, as many people are using it to think for them, you put yourself in a very dangerous position because one day they could 100x that subscription on you whenever they want and make the free version trash or non-existent to begin with. Now, how will you problem solve when you're faced with a problem, but now you can't go to your brain because now your brain costs $800 a month and you can't afford it.
Yeah.
You can't even think how to generate $800 anymore without being a slave for some corporation somewhere. Don't get too dependent on these things thinking for you. Thinking with you, yes. Thinking for you, not so much.
Right. Two brains is better than one, man. Take that. And man, bro, is it anything you want to add before we close out on this topic that we started with about the brain rot? Because ultimately, everything that we talked about ties back to that in some way.
I just wanna bring up again like how that's happening when we watch these short videos, how we're training our brain to not focus. We're not imposing our focus, it's stealing our focus. And it's in short bursts. Y'all need to be intentional on practicing focusing on something, preferably on something that matters, preferably on something that'll make you better and empower you. Because it's like a muscle. At the end of the day, it's like a muscle, like everything else. And everything you do, you get better at, whether you're intentionally trying to get better at it or not. So the more you give your attention away in little 40-second spurts, the better you get at it, the better you're going to get at justifying why you're doing it. The next thing you know, you're a slave of another kind. The slavery still exists. It's just so subtle today you don't even realize it. And many people even prefer it.
Facts. You know, bro, I like how you put that, man. I definitely like how you put that shit, man. Yeah, I agree with the slavery 100%. You know, it's just this time, it's not it's not the man that got us enslaved. It's technology that has us enslaved. And yeah, the change, us changing that, it starts with you, man. It's not easy, but it can be done. And and even to this day, man, I'm working towards perfecting it. You know, I'm getting better by the day. But the only way you can do that is force yourself to forget about your phone, right? So this means even, you know, if you in the house and you want to do something productive for the day, leave your phone in the car. You know, turn it off. Leave your phone in the vehicle because obviously you're not finna go outside, walk outside just to check your phone. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, just test yourself, right? So now you will find that you was able to get a lot done with the amount of time that your phone was sitting in the vehicle because it was out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? There's no phone in sight. There's not even a notification to tamper with that dopamine in the brain that would make you want to reach for your phone, right? So that's how we do that. And then, like I said, it's not an easy thing. If it was easy, everybody would be willing to do it. But this is the only way we can make progress in this day and time.
Yeah, and also and before you try to talk yourself out of what bro just said, you're not gonna die without your phone. We existed 99.9% of our lives. The phones just got hot 15, 20 years ago. We went outside without phones. We used to walk around our neighborhood without phones.
Man, you know what? I didn't even think about that. We did.
We did.
Motherfucker could have snatched us up. Your mama wouldn't even knew.
Yep. Here we are. It's okay. I'm telling you, it's gonna be all right.
You know, speaking of that, I want to add this before we close out, bro. You know what used to indicate my mama like, okay, it's time. They know to come home, and now your parents can call you or they could text you, FaceTime. Goddamn it. Or they can post the status knowing you gonna be on the internet and you gonna see the status like, man, you need to bring your ass home or something. Back then, we had the street lights. That's what told us to get our ass in the house.
Still technology, just much more primitive.
yeah. And it made more sense. Like, man, we was using our environment to indicate Like, okay, it's time to go home. So when them street lights came on, that's when my mama knew, like, okay, they finna be in this house in a little bit because they know to come home with them street lights hit. That's how we communicated with our parents back then, man. Yeah, fire.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was yeah, I fuck with that episode, man. I fuck with that, man. Straight off the top, no notes for real. I mean, maybe a little bit, but it's, you know what I'm saying, it's straight off the cuff, man. But yeah, as always, y'all, if you enjoy the content, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Once you subscribe, new episodes drop. You'll be notified on those new episodes. We are now on iHeartRadio, Spotify. We are on Apple Podcasts. Man, make sure you follow my brother. Man, we everywhere. If you can't watch the video, man, put us in your ear, man.
Yeah.
Put us in your ear, man. Man, make sure you drop the look in the description. Follow my guy Blaqamore. His IG link is in the description. My IG link is in the description, man. Give us a follow. And man, any support is good support. And as long as we got the support, man, we're gonna continue to keep giving y'all this valuable content. Nothing but genuine conversations, man. We try not to follow no script, because when you follow a script, it seems to, it just doesn't, the feel just doesn't be there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it doesn't be there, man. So, man, yeah, definitely, man. Life is good, y'all. Life is wonderful. Be blessed to be alive. Self-sufficiency is how you survive. To the kings and queens, to the gods and goddess, forever and always. Think successfully. It's excellent.